Hello, everybody, and welcome to an SPL Power Rankings with me, your host, Hazer. Today, we're going to be ranking the SPL players on how they stack up in their role, compared to the other players in their role. So we're going to go from number 1 to number 8. On the players, it's going to be a little bit recency biased. That's how it goes. We value recent performance over performance from a month ago, and we don't really care about performance from 2 months ago, is what I would say. That's a rough, we're looking at this phase really, and how players have been playing. I'm going to rank them from that. Okay, cool. We already decided that we're starting off with solo. You might have missed that bit, but that's fine. So let's crack on. Let's crack on with solo lane. Now, where is the easiest to start? I know who I'm putting number 1 and number 8. I'm not sure about everybody else. I think I know who I'm putting number 2 as well. So let's think about it. I think it's pretty easy to put this fella in at number 8. Kona has been playing on ping, and he's not done a whole lot, to be honest with you. He's been okay at best. He's been bullied pretty hard in most of games he's played in. So yeah, he is number 8. Number 7. Good question. Who are we looking at here? I think it's Variety. I think Variety is actually, he's down there. I think if Kona weren't on ping, Variety might be below him. Variety has been stinking pretty bad this phase, and the end of last phase as well, I think it was. He's had some tough times out there. Not been super strong in my opinion. Him and Twig seem to be the lifeblood of the Kings, and the Kings are not doing very well at the moment. Twig has started to step it back up in recent times, and Variety has a bit, but I still think he's easy to put in 7th. Number 6, I think, is the Duck. I think that's another fairly easy placement for me. I'm pretty comfortable with these 3 in their placements. I think there's a very clear 8-7-6 there. Ducky's been solid. I think he's been better than he was in phase 1. I felt like some of phase 1 he was back to his old just picking to get piped in lane and losing the lane, and then not having that much impact. But now I feel like he's definitely having more impact. He's putting more into the game. He's playing pretty well on the Herc and things like that. So yeah, I've been liking the way he's been playing. Is my thoughts. Okay. Now, who have we got left? We've got Sot, Nika, Haddix, FineOK, and Baskin. So, let me think here for a sec. I think my next 2 are going to be Haddix and Nika, and people are going to be like, no, not Nika, but he's my favorite streamer. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's fucking, he got a girlfriend. And then we all know what happened after that. So, who's better, Haddix or Nika right now? I think probably, it could go either way, honestly. I'm going to go Haddix 5th, Nika 4th, but let it be known that these could be in either direction. Now, FineOK, Baskin, Solo or Troll. The top 3 teams, top 3 solo laners, I think there's little argument to be had that these 3 are the top 3 over everybody else, honestly. So, I think I'm going to go FineOK 3rd, Sot 2nd, and Baskin 1st. This is... FineOK has been really good in very recent times as the Levi's have stepped up. Honestly, this phase in general, he's been very good, but I think Sot and Baskin have been as well. Baskin, this whole phase, I feel like has been the best solo laner. He's been so unbelievably solid, and he's been diffing people on both sides of the same matchup. Sot has been doing great stuff with being more flexible, but I feel like he's had slightly more off games than Baskin. It's what Sots want to do, right? It's what he does. It's every so often he'll kind of stink because he does so much crazy stuff. But I feel like Baskin, for consistency, I put him above. Final K also been really good recently. That Raijin solo stuff where he went invisible, that was a cool strat. Liked it. He goes -1 place for cheating, though, sadly. So only gets to third. But he has been very good lately also. I feel like Final K actually had a really quite bad phase 1 and stepped it up a lot in phase 2. I think he could have easily been the player who was replaced on the Leviathans. I think Adapting started really badly alongside Final K, but Adapting kind of came into it. Shinto started quite bad as well. Rongyu was quite... I think Rongyu and Final K were the two that were the worst for the Leviathans phase 1. They were really not great. But we're in phase 2. Had him at 8th last split? Yeah, that does sound like me. Should have it here. Yeah, I did. I had him below Scary D. That's crazy. Anyway, I think that's my ranking for solo. What do you think, chat? What are you most mad about? I think people are pretty mad about Salt not number 1. Seems to be the overbearing one.
Shag my arse.
Rock Leo, thanks for the 31. I really liked Baskin this phase, though. I feel like he's been so good. So dominant. He was the only player who was like picking Amma into Hades and still doing great. He was just running everything, I felt like. Connor. Sorry, man. You disagree with 8th? Well, get yourself into the US. And we'll see how you do. Are you there yet? Final K above Salt. I think they've both been really good, but I think Salt's flexibility. I love the way the Oni Warriors draft with Salt. Been very cleanly. Been big time good. Okay. It's time for my favorite part of the stream, which is where we spin the wheel. We got some ads to look at. $23 up, $12 up. Dude, it's half the price. All right. We're spinning. Is it gonna be support? Oh, what a tune. All right, supporting time. Let's have a think here. Okay, this one I'm really not sure where the hell I'm putting people. Okay, head in the game, Paul. What are you doing? What are you doing here? I don't want to put anybody 8th. This is not one where I'm like, I know who I'm putting 8th. You're going right in there, genetics. No, I gotta think about it. So Neil and Jake, you know what? You know, actually, who I think's been quite bad since the roster change? Quig. I really haven't. I haven't felt like he's done a whole lot for the Kings at all lately. But Neil, I think's been pretty good stepping into the role. Well, I mean, like his first week, I think he did some kneeling, but other than that, I feel like he's picked the Athena. He's done some nice stuff on that. Okay. I think whoever goes 8th here, they haven't been stinking. Okay? Whoever's been 8th has not been stinking. Yeah, Neil was up in 50. He's providing the info. If you haven't seen that clip, do I have it? Oh, I can go find it. Oh, I've got it. Let's all watch this together.
Okay. Set no beats, okay? I'm up in 50.
His fucking comms 30 minutes into the game as his team are about to get wiped.
The Neil
I'm up in 50. It's a classic. We love it. Drew hard on Ares. Yeah, he did. That does happen. Ares and Ymir, those are the gods you'll either cook on or get cooked. Okay, who am I picking number 8? See, I think it is. I think that you're looking at these 3. And out of the 3, is it Neil? Is it Quig? Is it Quig? He had such a good phase 1. Where did I have him here?
Shag my arse.
Surely he was 4th. He was 4th, so I feel like it's okay for me to put him 8th. Thanks for the 2 months, Queen Anarchy, and for the gifted earlier. Appreciate it. It's Quig 8th. It's happening. And then we're going Neil, and then we're going Jake. Yeah. I feel like this is. I feel okay about this. I feel like Quig's been quiet for sure. Someone says then Rongyu. I feel like Rongyu stepped it up a lot this split specifically, and I think he was, as I said, where did I have him last phase? 6th. Yeah, I guess PBM was worse than of last split, but I felt like Rongyu was really anonymous last split. But this split, I feel like he stepped it up a lot. Okay, 5th place for me is PBM. It's not, there's recency bias in this, but not so much recency bias that we only look at the single set that they won recently. Okay, we can't only look at one set. PBM previous to the roster change was not doing great, I would say, and Hurry is nearby him in the not doing that great podium. Hey, Saw. Yeah, you got second. It's tight at the top there. It's tight at the top for sure. You get second. Consistency for Basquinho. You're more explosive, but perhaps more exploding every so often.
Shag my arse.
Yo, Nomad, thanks for the gifted to Saw. Thank you. Okay, next up in support, we have Genetics, Aurora, and Rongyu left. I'm just going to do what I'm going to do, which is put Aurora first. I think he's been so good in this meta. I think he came from this spamming Ganesh thing, and then he came into this meta and he's been slamming the Sobek and stuff, and I think he's been very, very good. I think Aurora is my number 1 support currently. Been very, very, very good. And Rongyu has been very, very good as well, and so is Genetics. I think I probably have Rongyu above Genetics. Sorry, Sam. I think Rongyu's just been a little bit more impactful. Maybe it's how much he stepped it up from phase 1. Puts him so high. But, yeah. I think I'm going Aurora, Rongyu, Genetics. There's a pretty big fall off to 4th, 5th. And I don't think there's that much of a fall off 4th, 5th to 6th, 7th, 8th. I think this is a grouping and this is a grouping for me right now. I've forgotten his Anher game. I was gonna VOD review it, wasn't I? But I didn't end up. Did I end up doing it? I didn't end up doing it. I wanted to do it. Oh well. Down to 6th without getting worse? Yeah, he's on a bad team. He'd look worse on a worse team too. Happens. PBM's gone from 5th to 1st now that he's got Coast in his lane. Anyway, I think that's okay. I think I'm happy with this. I feel bad putting Quig at 8th, but I do feel like, just because he seems, I don't know, just because I don't know him that well and he seems like a nice dude, but I do feel like post-roster change, the whole Kings have been bad, but I think Quig has been so anonymous in their games. So, putting him in at last. All right. Next one, chat. Wheel time. Middle. Fuck, where the fuck am I? Where am I placing people in middle? I have no idea, chat. I have not really thought about it. Someone redeemed the pot friend. I'm sure you can't see that YouTube commentaries, but anyway, mid lane. Okay, we got. What do I do about Jangaru here, chat? What do you even do about this shit? Jangaru number 1? What, because he's won 1 game, lost 3? I'm not putting him first. I'm going to put... maybe I should put an asterisk next to some players. Like this. And then, I guess, Conic... fucking 3 asterisks for the Glads. Feels a bit unfair. Maybe you guys should just be in a better state. Don't have players swapping fucking roles. Just keep your team on the same team. Anyway, what am I saying here? Who is the number 8 mid? Man, you know who's had a big fall off from phase 1? Who I really liked Benny Q in phase 1. I did really like him. He has been not good this phase. Not good. Snoopy has switched roles. Why? Who got? Fuck, man. I don't know who's number 8 here. Let me think. Let me think here for a second. I just put Jangara at number 8. Nah, because he did play well. I feel like he doesn't deserve to be 8th. Sorry, Benny. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. But Jangara doesn't deserve 8th. He had a good set. I watched it back just today. It has to happen. Yeah, okay. You know what? Let me color this center justify. What yellow is this? I think it's this one. Fuck! I think it's this one. Fuck! Which one is it? Oh, we got it. Okay. Sorry, Cube Dog. He's not in mid anymore. It's fine. He's not there anymore. Okay. Snoopy mid 9th. Benny 8th. Who's 7th? Now can I put Jangaru in? I feel like I gotta be putting Jangaru in now. He had a good set though, man. But you know what? Yeah, fuck it, man. Sure. Ven's had some stinkers. Early this phase especially. I think Ven had some stinkers for sure. So he can drop down there. Jangaru makes it here. Dardez, lucky to be as high as 5th, to be honest. I mean, you know what? He's not lucky to be as... He's fucking 6th. Average. I'm just gonna keep putting him up. Who's next on the chopping block? Big man? You think he's better than Jangaru? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Of course he is. Okay, who have we got left? Pagon, Paul, and Shinto. Can we put Jangaru above Pagon, Paul, or Shinto? He did lose to Paul, but did he cook him? He cooked him a little bit. He cooked him a little bit. Okay. I actually, I think that Pagon is 3rd. I think that it's Paul, Shinto, top 2. I really liked Shinto this split. I feel like he has been cookerinoing, for sure. Pagon's also been good, but I do think that Shinto and Paul are just like an inch above him. A little ounce above him. Very, very good. And I think it's Shint. You know, even though we're in a breastplate meta, I think it's Shint Dog number 1, Paul number 2. Criminal. How can Paul not be number 1 in a breastplate meta? I don't know. I don't know, but he ain't. I think it's Shinto. I think Shinto has been very, very good. Very, very, very good. A lot of the reason why his team's winning. Whereas I think Paul, he's been good, solid, but less of the reason that the Ferrymen are winning than pretty much the whole of the team around him, honestly. Like, if you think back on Ferryman games, do you think that Paul is the deciding factor in most of them? I would say no. I would say that the deciding factor is the other 4, honestly. So, yeah, and he got owned by Jangaru. So you got to keep that in mind. Got to cover up the middle? How so? Disappointed at my mid-tier list? What's wrong with it? You want a Jangaru higher? You think he's too low? I can put him 3rd. I'll put him 3rd. I fucking will. I'm happy with this, though. I do think, you know, there are arguments to be made here. Maybe Jangaru shouldn't be quite as high as he is off one set, but You know, it's fun to put him. What else do we have to judge him on? He wasn't even playing mid before. Oh, look at Raffled. Do you see him? My son. Okay. Here we go. Next one. Ooh, jungle. All right. Jungle, jungle, jungle. Jungle, jungle, jungle. Jungle, jungle, jungle. Let's think about this for a second. I was just going to put Oath 8th, but I want to confirm that that is what I'm doing, first of all. Let me engage my brain. Twig stinks on everything that isn't Lancelot. He did play well in their recent games. And I think he won on Humbats as well, right? But man, he is not good apart from that. Oath seems to be working on like trying to add more early game to his playstyle. And he's trying to get more active. I think that seems to be a thing that he's making a conscious effort to do, which is why I think he's been struggling a bit. He's trying to adjust to help the Hounds improve. And I don't know what their calling's like without Quig as well. I guess adjusting to a new member of their core. Yeah, Twig number 8. Why not? Let's go Twig. Oath sneaks in by a smidgen. And then, who are we looking at next? Kirimi, Scream, Laspra. Probably the next 3. Is top 3 all just going to be only Ferryman, Levi's, and Warriors players? Maybe. No, I don't think so, actually. Let's think about it here. Can I put, I honestly think, you know what? Kirimi could definitely go above Scream or Laspra. But does he? I feel like Kirimi's been working really hard to be active, and honestly, he's so trying to put his team on his back, like every game. And it's commendable. So, I'll put him 6th. That's what he fucking gets for trying so hard. And then who goes next? Lass has been carrying games. He played really well in that one set they won recently. Other than that, he's not been carrying enough games for them to win anything. So, I don't know how many he can really have been carrying. And Laspra did have that stinker Erlang game where he didn't fucking stack his gooseberries, exactly. So, that's a big, you know what? Fuck it, man. Congratulations, Richard. You just stepped up. You just stepped up because you've cooked. You've at least finished cooking every game. You finished your dinner. Not finishing your dinner, instant -1. Scream, lucky to be 4th. Average as fuck this phase. Doesn't look like the God King. He started with the Surtur, and I was like, oh my god, this guy's gonna cook. And I don't know what he's done since then. I don't remember him doing anything. Has he done anything since then? I don't know. He cooked. Oh yeah, he had like 8 kills. I remember that. No, Jangaroo. Jangaroo he's made it too high already. He can only fall down. Scream owned on Neja? Yeah, he did have a Neja game that cooked too, actually. That's true. Yeah, maybe 4th is better earned than I remember. Okay. Sino adapting Panatom. Ooh. How much would you all hate me, chat, if I put Panatom 3rd? Would you be mad as hell? I feel like he's been cooking, but much less so than phase 1. Much less so. He's been around. Gotta be Sino. I feel like Sino is fucking delivering though, man. He's cooking. Alright, okay. You know what? I could do Sino third. I'm a Sino fan. I really like his playstyle, but I think it does bias me. And does Adapting end in number 1 here? I think he does. He's been so good lately. Really, really delivering on everything he plays. Been very, very strong this phase. Seems to have been working on it. And Panatom, obviously very good. Probably, I would say Panatom is the most solid of the 3. I think Sino and Adapting are both more prone to off games. The only time I remember Panatom having off games this season was that phase 1 playoffs. I actually think he was a lot of the reason the Warriors didn't win that tournament. I think he played pretty bad. But, yeah. Vote in Barracuda and the ADC tier list. Do I have to include both? I don't want to do that. That means 10 people? Okay. It makes it more complicated to catch things. Lance Lazy back? Yeah. Alright. What are we doing next, chat? I don't know. Could be anything. Let's find out by spinning the wheel. It's ADC! Who could have guessed? It's rigged. Okay. ADC roll. Alright. So are we including... If we're including... I could definitely include Vote. I don't know about including Barra. Barra didn't play any of this phase. So I feel like I can't include him. But I can include Vote. How about that? Alright. Number 9 is Stu. Then I think it's Vapor. No, I'm kidding. It's Vote. Is it Vote? Is it Vote quite there? I don't know if I'm putting Vote there. Let me think about this for a second here. Look at the rest of these names. Study them. Study them, study them, study them, study them. Zap started poorly, I think, but is starting to come back into things. Is he better than Vote was? Yeah, I think Vote and... Man, how did Mike sneak up to 5th, man? Those two stank together big time. But Vote's no longer in the league, so he can't exact any revenge on me. For putting him so low. But he did just get kicked, so kicking him while he's down feels a bit rough. But, you know, I'll buy him a pint next time I see him. Okay. Now, number 7 is Zapman, I think. It's been alright. Is it Zapman? Let me think. Hang on. Panda's had some bad games individually, but overall been pretty good. It's obviously been a big step up for this team, but I do think he's been the worst player on the Leviathan still. Spin's nowhere near this conversation. Hardcore is in this conversation. He's been solid for the Kings, probably the best player on the Kings. So I guess probably not quite this low. Then you're looking at Zap. It's not Coast, it's not Netroid. So Zap or Panda, and I think it's Zap. Okay, that's fine. I'm happy with that. And then I think Hardcore slots in here. Oh, Snoopy. Hang on, I forgot Snoopy for a second here. He did play well, but did he play better than Zap? Yes. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I think he cooked, man. Especially that game 1 on the bog. I'm forgetting Panda. Jesus, I do stink. Hang on, let me think about this again. Snoopy, Panda. Is Yark better than Panda? Fine, I don't care. Maybe. Let me engage my brain. Is Hardcore better than Panda Cat? I think so. I think so. It's hard for Yark not to look bad, given how bad the Kings are, and he still hasn't looked bad, right? He has. I don't think Yark's had a bad game, has he? I don't think he's been invisible. I think he's been pretty visible. Played like Cupid and stuff like that. I think he's been good. He's gotten solo kills. Didn't Yark solo? No. Maybe I'm thinking of Coast soloing Panda Cat. Yark soloed Netrioid, yeah. Yark's been good, yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, next three. We have Netrioid, Vaporish Coast, and Cyclone Spine. I think, I see some people saying Netrioid's been invisible. I think Netrioid's actually been really good this phase. I think he's been very good this phase. I think ADC is a hard role to play right now, and Netrioid's been one of the best. Just quietly going about his business. He had one game which he super hard carried as well. But I still think Spin and Coast have been better. I think Coast... Was Coast that good on... You know what? Coast was super fucking good first game with the Dragons. Was he that good in the Hounds games? If we cast our minds back. We cast our minds back here a second. I feel like he really wasn't that good. He had some okay games. That's what I would describe it as. Yeah, we'll put Cyclone number 1 for sure. And then I need to think about whether it's Coast number 2 or Net. I'm putting, you know what? I'll be the one to do it. I'm super impressed with Coast. I think he actually had an unbelievably good first Dragon set. Like, I think he was so good. That game 2 thing where he got like dived in mid, used the Anhur ult for the immunity, jumped out, beads Aegis, got the Afro ult to survive, got dived by everything, was unreal. But I think Netrioid has been a pillar of consistency for the Oni Warriors, has stepped up and carried some games out of ADC, which pretty much no one else has. I think he's been very, very good. I think he's been very, very good, Netrioid. I think people underrate him, because people don't like him. Don't know. Who doesn't like? No, people don't like Royd. Everybody likes Coast, I think. He does taunt everybody, though. Why wouldn't someone like Nat? Go and have a look at the comments of the interview I did with Netrioid, and you will see that a lot of people have a lot of dislike towards him for whatever reason. I think this is. I think I'm good with this. Stakes are all too high apart from Paul. You are deluded. Who do you think's been playing better than Aurora? I think Spin, Aurora, Baskin. I think Paul could debatably. I don't know. He's lucky he got second. Soloed the guy above you, yeah, but you also lost every game on the Hounds. So you've had one set win, man. Who else did the Hounds beat? You owned on Hounds? You have 2 set wins? Out of how many? Like 7? 6? 7? I don't know. Oh, you beat the Dragons? That dog shit team. I think that's a win.
Shack my arse.
There you go. Thanks for the 30. All right, let's add up. I think I'm locking these in. I'm locking these rankings in. I feel like I saved the spice for last with this Netrioid number 2 pick, but I have rated him. I'm interested to see how this goes over. That's 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. 8 points for the Furrymans. Second place is going to be probably the Warriors. 2, 4, 7, 10, 12. Third place will be the Levi's. 3, 4, 5, 7, 12. All right, so you're even. I like this. I like these rankings so far. Who is the 4th best team? The rest all stink. Worth noting. We've got 3 good teams in the league. Everybody else stinks. Maybe the Dragons can be good. Who knows? It's slightly off screen. Sorry. I'll move it over so you can see. What a mess. This is not a good idea. You know what? Put it back in like this. Chat, you're going down here for a bit. Enjoy. All right. Who else is in here? Ravens, maybe? Let's do Ravens. We'll count them. Has anyone counted anything for me? Dragons 24? That works. Thank you. I'll trust your maths. Oh, I don't trust my ability to type it out though. That's 3, 8, 17. 3, 8 at 12 is 20, 24. Yeah. What the hell? I don't know what I was counting there. Ravens 5, 9, 16, 20, 27. Probably Kings next, which is 7, 15, 20, 28, 32. Yeah, Vote doesn't count on that team because he's not on it anymore. Luckily for the Dragons, they don't get the extra 8 points. Would put them way down. Glad's 29. Nice. I like that. Gods do have a couple asterisks in there. And Hounds have... Stu only gets 8. Wait, Snoopy should only be... No, wait, Snoopy doesn't count. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine, I think. 8, 15, 23, 30, 36, right? Give Stu the 9? No, you can't get 9. There's not that many points on the board. Stu deserves the 9? That's harsh. You guys better watch out, or Stu's gonna do absolutely nothing like he has all season. No. He did have a good... His first game on the Hounds, he was pretty good, I think. Jangarum, I'm not breaking the tie. I'm not breaking any ties. That's it. These are the power rankings, chat. I feel pretty good about it. Ferryman I don't rate like above Warriors and Leviathans right now, as they are on the rankings, but I do feel like they had that stint at the start where they were better. I don't know if they're better now. Levi's had like Warriors were dominant and then came into this phase and it looked like Levi's were going to be dominant and now Ferryman are looking good. I don't know. It's been good. It's been a really good phase between those 3 teams. Hopefully we see Dragons now that they absolutely crush the Levi's come in and be a competing team as well. Ravens just need a couple of things to click and they could be up there. And then we've got 3 other teams, so we'll see what they can do. Glads, Kings, and Hounds. Out of the 3, you would say that Kings... you would expect have the best ability to bounce back, but they honestly still aren't showing me signs that this is going to work. So we'll see. If Glads win, can we expect it? Well, we've only seen them play 1 time with this new roster, but that said, previously, it was everything that they did was through jungle either way. They haven't done anything through duo or through solo the whole season. It's just been Kirmi making plays. They had like a couple of games early phase 1 where Inbound and Snoopy had good performances on mid and support, but they've been such a quiet team in the side lanes with Scary and now with Kona and with Stuart as well. They were so quiet in the side lanes. And now we'll see. We'll see if Jake and Snoopy can make things happen. We'll see if Jangaro can be more active. We'll see if Kona can get things going as well. Finally, hopefully going to be in studio soon. I don't know. Because he wasn't in studio last weekend, right? But yeah, I think that's it. What are you most mad about? The only good ranking is solo here? What's wrong with the other ones? Coast not one? Dude. He's had one good set. Sino second? I did want to put Sino second, but I was argued down by chat. Kirmi deserves higher? Well, maybe he deserves higher placement in the league as well, but he doesn't have that. Because he can't win. I don't know if he deserves to be... Who do you think he deserves to be above Scream? Scream is the one you could argue. All first? I don't know. Panda over Yark? Yeah, I could definitely see that argument, actually. I've quite liked Panda. He's had a couple off games, whereas Yark's been more consistent, but Panda's also had more impact on one more. But it's hard to say. It is individual rankings. And the reason the Kings have been losing has not been Yark. It's not really so much been Quig either, although Quig hasn't done a lot. It's mostly just been the games where Twig and Variety are spectators and or minions to feed off of. Jangara is up. It's easy to be good in one set. We'll see how he does in his next ones, but... Yeah, he was very good on the Bog. Great rotation, stole that Gold Fury, really performed.